YouTube, how are we doing? Welcome back to another video. I am so excited. Oh, if you thought the chore tier list was boring, just wait till you hear me talk about fruit, baby. We're doing the ultimate fruit tier list today. Labeled tier list maker, no less, which, by the way, more people need to do this. This is an incredible piece of technology, the likes of which I've never seen before. So some of these I know what they are. Oh my god, we need more labels. It's so difficult. Oh, Netherlands. I'm watching football. I'm watching the Netherlands-Turkey game. There's no face on today. I'm gonna be honest. I thought about it. It's just too dark. You just can't see me at all. It's like 8 p.m., which is later than I usually record, in fairness. But it was just too. I wanted to record earlier, but it was just too hot. And I know I've heard it all before. I don't want to hear it in the comments. Yeah, I don't want to hear what temperature it is when you have to walk to work and blah blah blah. We've had this discussion. Oh, is it really hot? Is it how hot actually is it? Just like let me complain about it being hot and go, oh, that sucks, and just move on. We don't need to get caught in the specific details. Maybe it's hot where you are too. That's fine. You can also complain and we can complain together. We don't need to make it a demeasuring contest or talk about is it hot enough to be complaining. It was too. I couldn't record. It was too hot. So I left it, but I don't know when I can even really record. So we're doing the fruit tier list, man. I'm going to talk about some friggin' fruits. A bunch of fruits, all labelled for your convenience. It's really nice of him that he labelled fruits for my convenience. I tried to include a lot of fruits, even some pretty obscure ones. There are definitely still going to be some that I missed. That's life, baby. I say that all the time. C'est la vie. I'm interested to find out about obscure fruits. Let's get started. Green apple, red apple. I have this. We're coming out of the gates with the heat here. Pun not intended. We're coming out of the gates with the heat here. We're coming out of the gates with excitement. We're coming out of the gates with a little bit of controversy. Red apple or green apple? Because I personally am a champion of Red Delicious. I think it's arguably the best apple. I think it's the tastiest. I think it's the juiciest. I don't understand why people don't like them. I think some of the weirdos that I talk to about fruit on semi-regular bases have weird fruit opinions. I found myself amongst a sea of weird fruit opinions. Why does this strawberry look like this? What the hell is going on there? I don't cut strawberries in half very often. Maybe they just look like that, but and don't even get me started on the pomegranate seeds. Well, at some point I will get started on the pomegranate seeds because that's kind of how tier list goes. In my opinion, a good. This is a little vague to say green apple. There are a multitude of green apples. There are a multitude of red apples. A good green apple and a good red apple are both excellent things, in my opinion. You can have a 10 out of 10 green apple, you can have a 10 out of 10 red apple. If we're going like the standard, the average green apple versus the average red apple, reds are just juicier, they're tartar, they're a classic fruit. The apple overall, by the way, is just a classic fruit. I'm drinking apple juice as we speak. Where the fuck did I put my apple juice? Hello. Drinking apple juice. Here, listen to this. Did you hear me swallow him? I've got a webcam on, you'll have to take my word for it. That was me drinking apple juice. And let me tell you, there's a green apple on the front of this bottle. It's the fruit. Name a fruit, apple. Picture a fruit, apple. But we're gonna have a little differentiation here. We're gonna put the green apple in A. We're gonna ride for the Red Delicious. Apricot or apricot, as you know. I told you I have friends with weird fruit opinions. They also walk around saying apricot like maniacs. Apricots actually suck ass and they're horrible. This isn't what they look like though. What the fuck is that? That's not an apricot, is it? Oh, is that it before they shrivel them up? I only ever had them like dried and shriveled up. They're actually like just kind of disgusting. Sometimes they can be nice. You get that like pureed apricot sauce, like an apricot yogurt with like the pureed sauce in it. Netherlands player just got wiped out. Sorry, one of the Spurs lads is playing for the Netherlands right now. Steven Bergwijn, Stevie B, playing on the right wing for the Netherlands as they play Turkey. I think they just kind of taste like wet fur, kind of. Avocado, they've grown on me massively. I love avocado on toast. I love, what's avocado hummus called? What do they call that? Guacamole? Guacamole? Something like that? Um, guac, yeah, guac, right? People call it guac. Get the guac out. I just wanna count my guac, count my guac. You know that one? Who even is that? It's Truffy Red, right? Avocado is really good. I hated it for so long. To be honest, here I'll say this: I don't think it tastes good. I don't think the taste of it is a good taste. It just goes well with stuff. It's super healthy. It has healthy fats, which are very important. It's a little expensive. There's a bit of a joke. Oh, millennials can't afford houses because all they do is buy avocados. It was Stevie that got absolutely fucking wiped out. My boy. Hey, don't hurt him because Sonny got hurt. And can't play this weekend now because he's like strained his fucking calf and I want to die. If Stevie gets hurt as well, I might just end it all. They're very expensive avocados. If they were a little bit cheaper, I don't really know how that works. I don't know where they come from is the thing. I don't really know what the supply chain for avocados is like. Holy shit, what a fucking goal. I missed the first... Oh my god. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I really wanted to watch this match. Oh my god. Both of those goals were fucking sexy. I turned the match on 15 minutes in. They'd already scored twice. Those were two of the hottest goals I've seen in my life. Like, I don't know how... Because more people eat them, so, like, more people are buying them, so more people... Are they not more being grown now? I'm surprised they're not got cheaper. If they're a bit cheaper, they'd be in A, but I think I like what they stand for, I like what they represent. Bananas, I think, taste kind of bad. I'll eat them sometimes. I think they taste... I don't really like the taste. I don't really like their flavour. And I feel a little awkward eating them in front of, like, a family member. Blackberry, I... can't remember the last time I had a blackberry by itself. I've probably had blackberries in stuff, like juice and stuff. I think that's a B. I think I like these. Black currants. It's been a long ass time since I've straight up had a black currant. It's fun that this is in here, because these are illegal in America, right? You guys just don't have them over there. I don't know about, like, Canada, or if it's just America specifically, or if it's, like, a North America thing. I think they're fine in, like, Europe? I don't really know where these are illegal. We have them in England, though. We like them in England. I love a good black currant bum. Love a good currant bum. I love, I always get black currant Ribena. Ribena has a black currant one, right? Good stuff. Love a black currant. Love it in something. But I don't think I eat them by themselves. I think I'm giving too much credit to them to say that they're a B if I only enjoy them, like, in stuff, right? Because I can't tell you a time in my life where I've sat down and just, like, cracked open a box of black currants. I think on that merit, we're going to give it a C. On the other hand, blueberries, oh, that's a good fruit. And I will chomp those all summer long. I will throw them straight down the gullet. I'll throw them down in 1s and 2s. I'll throw them down in little bunches of 5s and 6, straight down the throat. Oh, that's a good blueberry. Now, the only thing I will say, these things get, like, a bit mushy. You can't really open a box of blueberries without there being, like, at least a few, like, gross, like, mushed up ones. And, okay, they're all, like, blue and juicy and, like, pretty on the outside because of, like, the kind of fleshy, like, weird off-green, like, mucus green colour of the inside. If they, like, burst open or they go mushy, they look extra grim just because the colour's, like, just because of how they look inside. These are really good. Blueberry juice is good. Blueberry flavored things are usually pretty good. Yeah, we'll give them a B. I'll throw those back by themselves. Cantaloupe is like a C. I don't mind cantaloupe. It's fine. I actually have some right now. Maybe I don't know. Google cantaloupe cut in half and tell me what the cross section of that looks like. By the way, because it's giving me similar vibes to this strawberry. I saw it for the first time the other day. There was a guy on TikTok. It was in New Zealand. It was like, hey, what you telling me they call in America they call I can't do it in a New Zealand accent. I don't know how to do it. I just don't have it in the repertoire. Apparently they call them rock melon in New Zealand. Freaks. But the picture I used, it was like cut in half down the middle, and it looked like coconut is a C. I know it's good for you. There's sometimes there's like little bits. I've never like just eaten a coconut though. You know what? That's a lie. I've cracked open a coconut and drunk the milk out of it. I think it's one of the worst milks going as far as milk goes. I really like Bounty. I think Bounty is one of my favorite chocolates, or like one of my favorite chocolate bars, for sure. That's an S tier, in my opinion. Coconut by itself, it shouldn't need to be sugared into oblivion and like blended up and covered in chocolate just to be carried to an S. Coconut itself, it's fine. That's a C for me. Cherries are funny for me. We're circling back to the controversy here. Now, despite what I've said before, I actually quite like cherries. They are a pain in the ass, and no, before anyone asks, I do not eat the pit. I actually really I like everything about cherry. Fuck it, dude. Cherries in it. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Reese, what you said cherries were meaty. You said they were meaty. Yes, they are. They're the meatiest fruit going. Okay, context, by the way, for anyone who doesn't have this context. Me and my friends were playing Animal Crossing Hide and Seek probably about a year ago. I feel like that was about an August thing last year, so over a year ago now. Sometimes if we couldn't find each other in Animal Crossing Hide and Seek, we would give each other a clue. At one point, I was hiding behind a cherry tree. That game has fruit trees in it. My clue was meat. Because in my opinion, cherries are quite meaty, right? They're the meatiest fruit. I know people will like sear up watermelon sometimes, and they're like, hey, it's a watermelon steak. And then everyone who tries it is like, it's disgusting. Oh. Nah. Not quite. I don't like cherry is. And we've had this discussion before with my friends, and every time I struggle to kind of justify it, and every time people are like, yeah, it's because you're a crazy maniac and you don't know what you're talking about. No, it's just like I've tried to like think about it, and it just makes so much sense in my head that I don't know how to articulate why I feel that. They taste like meat. A cherry tastes like okay. Take all the flesh off a cherry. First of all, flesh. Take all the flesh of a cherry. Get rid of the like the pit in the middle. Get rid of the whatever like the leaf and shit and the stem, and just have like just the flesh. It tastes like meat. I don't know. It's like it's red and it's like it looks bloody like meat. It does. It's meat. It's fruit meat. That's the closest thing to meat fruit could be. They taste meaty. They're a bit of a pain in the ass to eat by themselves. Is the only reason that they're not an S. But that has not stopped me, which I think is testament to how good they taste. Does not put me off. I still eat them by themselves. Cherry juice is good. Anything cherry flavored, pristine. Cranberry. If I'm in the right mood for cranberry juice, it can pop. Most of the time, not a fan. Don't think I've ever just like thrown back cranberries in my entire life by themselves. Date. I'm just gonna say it. Really, in my opinion, you should only be allowed to eat dates if you're aged 60 or above. In my opinion. I think if you're younger than 60, you're a menace to society and you're just wasting your own life. And in my opinion, if you're younger than 60 and are spending your spare calories enjoying a few dates, you should just be put in a home right now because you're afraid of youth and you're wasting your life. Paul, I don't know if Paul's going to be watching this. We have a friend, we joke. Paul, if you're watching this, I know we joke about you being an old man trapped inside of a 25-year-old's body. If you ever start eating, if you ever come to us and say, I love dates, I'm sorry, I'm putting you in a home. Because that's just a little too far in my opinion. I don't even know what dates taste like. I'm 22, and I shouldn't know what dates taste like. I've never had this. Also, I only just realised that this is I've never had this. I thought this was like E tier. So I just realised that I put apricot and cranberry in the bottom tier, and then C is kind of second bottom. So I guess that makes B the middle of the ground, and I was thinking C was like middle of the ground. So I'm just gonna... No one just got a penalty. I'm not going to start moving stuff around now, but there you go. Dragon fruit, the funny thing about dragon fruit, I've had dragon fruit and I just don't remember what it tastes like. I can't really comment on it. It looks nice though. Aesthetically, it's really nice. Like whatever's going on in there. It looks a little cummy. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm sure I've had dragon fruit. I just don't remember enough of what it tastes like to comment on it, I guess. Durian, is this the one that's like stinky? That's not a penalty, by the way, in my opinion. That's not a penalty. Durian's the one that's stinky. I don't think I've ever eaten durian. Fig. Now, I love fig... Okay. This is going to sound bad after the date bit. I love fig Newtons. They're, like, the best... I don't even know if you count them as a biscuit. They're in a weird middle ground. They're not a cake, but they're like, I don't know. They're kind of like a hard cake, soft biscuit. I love fig Newtons. I could throw them shits back all day. They're incredible. They're just good. They just taste good. The texture's good. They're very moreish. I love a good fig Newton. That being said, I'm going to have to put fig in C. I'll give it the benefit because I've clearly consumed some form of fig. Because it's, I don't know, it's sugary and it's like processed, but there's fig in it, right? But I've never had a fig by itself and I can't in good conscience put it over. Or put it higher than that. Because I don't know... I don't know if I've ever just had a fig. I don't even know how you eat them, really. Because you can't just bite into it. You've got to, like... It's the middle bit. It's one of those where it's like you've got to chop it and then take the middle out, right? So I don't know. Gooseberry. Gooseberry. Beats me. Grapefruit. I was eating grapefruit the other day. I didn't realize it was grapefruit until I bit into it. I thought it was orange. And then I bit into it and was like, holy fuck. It's tough. Because in my opinion... You fucking Penenke'd him. In my opinion, they taste really bad. However, I'll drink a bit of grapefruit juice. I'll eat some grapefruit. I had some with my breakfast on Sunday morning. And it was fine. I enjoyed it. You know, can I do it a C? But I think grapefruit's worse than like cantaloupe and coconut and banana. But now I'm realising this is bottom tier when I thought that this was bottom tier the whole time. I was like, it's not quite bottom tier grapefruit, I'd say. But it doesn't feel like a C. C's middle of the ground. C's always middle of the ground, right? I could add an E, but I like... No, we're just going to leave that in D. Red grapes. Incredible. Juicy. Sweet. Everything a grape should stand for. Crisp. They have that pop to them usually. That's an S tier to me. In my opinion, you talk about fruit, the main ones, it's like apple, orange, banana, grapes, pear, right? Those are the big five. The big five fruits. Red grapes are the superior grape. White grapes are fine, and this is funny because I like white wine. I have a bottle of Riesling in the fridge right now for Stardew Valley gaming with friends tonight. I hate red wine. I've not been able to enjoy a glass of red wine in my entire life. Maybe the day will come. I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying I'll never like it. The day I imagine, based on how my taste tends to do, I can see myself liking red wine one day. As of right now, disgusting, and I hate it and can't stand it. As far as a grape by itself, and I'm giving grape extra credit here because I talk about, we talk about the fruits being in things, so I'm going to talk about them being in wine because that only seems fair. However, this is like the biggest advantage. I'm talking about them being in like cakes and stuff. This is the only fruit we've had so far that's getting it becomes an alcoholic beverage advantage. To be fair, plenty of fruits get thrown into cocktails and shit, different flavorings and whatnot. I'm going to give them an A. But I honestly think I might be a B for white grapes. They get mushy easier. They're not quite as juicy. They don't have as much of like a taste to them, in my opinion. The taste's a bit weaker than a red grape. But the fact that Moscato and Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay, the list goes on, exist, bumps them up to an A. Kiwi I've got to be in the right mood for, but that's a C. Lemon, lime, you can't just like pick these up and start throwing them back, because you'll die, you'll kill yourself. However, these are really good, because this is the thing, right? You don't really eat these. However, I am someone who, you get a lemon slice with a drink or a lime slice with a drink, I'm sucking that thing down, you know what I mean? That thing's going straight in the gullet. Goblet, mouth, drink, eat, I'm gonna eat it. Because I'm just thinking, the strength of these two is their juice, right? So by proxy, you think kind of like the main thing you want to focus on is like their flavor. I think they're both great flavors. Both by themselves, but also as a complementary flavor. Yeah, my hesitations with this one is like, it makes sense. Like, everything I've said so far makes sense, but then something inside me is like, are you really going to put lemon and lime in A tier? You know what? Yeah, I am going to put lemon and lime in A tier. Lychee? Is this lychee? I always thought... Is this lychee or is this a different thing? I always thought that was Lychee, right? What the fuck? Where did that just go? I like lychee. Lychee slaps. It's not crazy, and like if I think about the fact that it tastes like an eyeball when you're eating it, I get put off them really quickly. But as long as I'm not thinking about eyeballs when I eat them, as long as I have an experience where I'm eating a lychee and no one comes up to me and goes eyeball, then I'm freaking with lychee. They taste good. Mango is incredible. Oh, mango is so good. It goes bad quite quick. You've got to find the middle ground with it. You eat them before it's ripe and it's rock hard. You eat them 2 days after it's ripe and it's like mushy and disgusting. You get that middle ground where it's like right, and okay, that's true for like any fruit, obviously. But mango, as long as you get the peak of its ripeness, this is an incredible taste. Mango juice is so ridiculously smooth, but like thick smooth, like a good thick smooth smoothie or milkshake. Some people I think don't always get on with that. I need to cough. Some people don't always get along with the texture or the flavour, actually. And I've heard people say they get a little bit cardboardy. You know what? I get that. But it's good cardboard. Nectarine, it's got to be the right day, but that tastes a little bit cardboardy to me. Look, orange it's a classic. I don't eat orange much anymore, so I'm going to have to put it in a B just because I don't. Orange with seeds, fuck them. I hate the seeds in oranges, and they're annoying. Canned oranges, like canned mandarin, the sweet mandarin you get is elite. It's just a classic fruit. It's a good flavour. Orange juice is good. Yeah, I have no complaints with orange. Go orange. Yeah, orange is a good B. I wouldn't go crazy and call it an A, although if anyone put it any higher, more power to you. I don't disagree. I just don't eat them enough to by themselves on their own merit or whatever to kind of justify putting them higher. Papaya, I don't know. I think I maybe have had like papaya juice or like a tropical juice that's had papaya as one of the fruits in it. But I don't know if I've ever just like eaten papaya enough to kind of comment on that. Passion fruit, we're picking things up here because I just realised how long this fucking thing is. Passion fruit, I actually really like the flavour of passion fruit. I like passion fruit juice, passion fruit flavoured sweets, and I like just its flavour, right? The problem with passion fruit is it's very, like, they're a bit of a pain in the ass, right? They're not that big. You've got to completely... Turkey just had someone sent off. So aren't you? Oh, that's a little embarrassing. That's a little embarrassing. They're kind of... They're not very big. You have to chop them in half to get into them, right? They have quite a thick skin to them. So they're not even easy to slice through. And then as you're slicing through, like, juice is going everywhere. You're trying to keep the middles in. And then you don't actually get that much. You then take a spoon and then you get, like, a few spoonsful. It's a lot of work for not a lot of substance, I suppose. Or it's a lot of work to not get a lot to actually eat out of it. Which is why I can't put them in A. But the taste being as good as it is puts it just above average for me. Because I think it's very tasty. Hey, do you spit out the little tiny baby tiny seeds? No, I would never. That's crazy. You're probably going, wow, no one would say that. No one's saying that. You'd be surprised. My YouTube viewing audience, you would be surprised. Believe it or not, there are weirdos out there who spit the seeds out of passion fruit and pomegranates. I know, crazy. Peach is a funny one for me. Peach flavor's great. Peach flavored things. I like peach juice. I don't eat peach very often. No, you know what? I'm rocking with peach. I think it's got a weird texture. It's weird that you bite into, like, furry fuzz and then get, like, juiciness, right? I think that's a weird texture at first, but, like, once you're kind of used to that, then it's like, yeah, peach is a B. Pear's elite. There's just no any other which way around it. It's juicy, it's crisp, but it tastes excellent. And I realise I've said juicy and crisp about 18 times each this video. Pear is a goated fruit, in my opinion. Fuck all y'all, dude. Pear's an S. Pear's an S. Pear just tastes excellent. Pear juice is excellent. Pear drops. Persimmon? Is this Sharon fruit? I think persimmon Sharon fruit. This is good. It's B. It's nothing crazy. It won't blow you away. It's like a little bit juicy, but not like it's not a very like it has a bit of juice to it. It's not like dry, but it's like not that juicy. Persimmon's good. I like the little stars on the inside when you chop it. Yeah, Sharon fruit. If persimmon is just another name for Sharon fruit, I like Sharon fruit. They're a little pricey because they're like kind of exotic and they're not easy to get hold of, but they taste good. Pineapple is great, and I think it's hilarious that the juice literally like eats your flesh. That's really funny and like metal as hell. I can't eat too much of it. I think most people can't eat too much of it, both because of the flesh eating thing, but also like sensitive teeth and stuff. I think like you've got sensitive teeth, that's something that can like trigger them, like your teeth go a bit funny. But it's a great flavor. It's a great juice. Yeah, I love pineapple. I eat a lot of pineapple. I have some pineapple to eat later actually. I love pineapple. Plum's pretty good, you know. I came around to plum. I don't really like plum juice or like plum flavored things, but a plum in itself, I'll eat a plum. I'm rocking with plums. Pomegranate, oh, do not even get me started. Pomegranate, brilliant. I love the way it tastes. Look, it's kind of like a passion fruit in terms of how you eat it. You have to chop it up to get at the guts, but it's like 2 or 3 times the size of a passion fruit for one, and they're like completely packed. Well, I guess a passion fruit kind of is as well, right? But look, this thing's like overflowing, man. It's gushing. It looks like it's about to burst. Pomegranate tastes brilliant. The juice, the flavor itself is great. The juiciness of the things, I think it's an interesting concept. It's like a little seed that's surrounded in like a force field of juice. Excellent stuff. Look, there are going to be weirdos out there who probably are like, oh, but the seeds. Don't even get me started. Do not even get me started. The nutrition from the seeds, probably, I don't know, maybe. There's probably some good stuff in there. If you're a normal human being, and if you like are a descendant from like strong, valiant cave people of the BC days, and you eat a pomegranate like your ancestors would be proud of, you're gonna have a good time. It's juicy. It's got like the perfect balance of like a tart juiciness to it and a nice sweet flavor, but also that bit of crunch and something to actually chew on. Brilliant contrast. Balances perfectly. Fun to eat. Excellent. If you were raised, if you were coddled throughout your childhood, if you had the most overprotective parents on the planet who wouldn't even let you go outside into the outside world without parental provision in case you tripped over and grazed your knee and there was no one there to immediately kiss it better and say, oh, let me give you a little kiss on the boo-boo, and as a result of that stunted development that grew from that process, you now put pomegranate seeds in your mouth, suck the juicy flesh off, and then spit the tiny little seeds out into a side bowl because you're too afraid to chew something, then you're probably not going to like pomegranates. However, for all my sane homies out there, this one goes out to the real ones. That's an A tier fruit, baby. That's an A tier fruit. Pomelo? I've never seen this thing in my entire life. I kind of want to eat it. It looks like a weird little pear. Raspberry, I'm going to be in the right mood for them. It's weird because they're like furry, but I like the way they pop in your mouth. Red currant, no idea. Didn't even know it existed. Starfruit, never had. Strawberry, it's strawberry. What do you want me to tell her? It's strawberry. They taste great. I will say the little leaves are annoying if you're kind of eating them by themselves. So like hold them by the little leaf and try and bite the top. Because you want to bite the whole strawberry, but you kind of deliberately can't bite like the top bit of it because you'll accidentally bite leaf. That's a little frustrating, but it's a great fruit. Tangerine, gonna be honest, in my head that's just orange, so we're gonna fucking, I don't know, man. Where did I put orange? I guess this is B. Watermelon, that's an S tier. Look, I know that it doesn't exist, right? It's basically not real. Like, it's just like, it isn't even... Also, I've never seen a watermelon in my life that has been that neatly organized inside. It's not really anything, and like they don't exist, but oh, they taste so good. That's the thing, because people either love watermelon or they just spread propaganda. Watermelon to me tastes brilliant. You bite into it, it's sweet. It's so juicy because obviously it's like water, right? It's just a great flavor. Anything watermelon flavored tastes great. Watermelon has like its own kingdom. Watermelon, it's a melon, but you get melon and then you get watermelon. Watermelon isn't in the same group as cantaloupe or honeydew, which, by the way, C tier. Although it's a little better than cantaloupe. Or is it? I don't know. Watermelon, this is its own... It's a different beast, but the same animal. It's incredible stuff. Asian pear? Apple? I don't know. I don't think I've had that one. I think I've heard good things about Asian pear. Guava, I love guava juice, by the way. Guava juice tastes great, but I don't think I've ever eaten a guava. Blood orange, I would rather die than eat any more of that. Custard apple, that sounds absolutely vile, but I've never heard that in my life. Ground cherry, we really are going crazy. Kumquat, I learned about for the first time ever, playing some Jackbox game. I can't remember which game specifically. Someone like mentioned kumquats in one of their answers, and I said, "Excuse me." And for a second, I thought it said like cum squat, and I was like, I thought they were talking about like glooping. And I was like, wow, that's a little bit out there. Usually it's me who types answers like that. No, kumquat apparently is a fruit. I'd never heard of it until like 3 weeks ago. Mulberry, no idea. Raisins feels a little cheeky to me because that's just a grape, right? Look, raisins are fine. I don't know, they're a C. I like raisins. They're kind of middle of the ground. I don't eat them like ever, to be fair, but I don't mind them, and they're fine and stuff. Yeah, I'm rocking with raisins. Oh, you know what? The one time I do eat them is like oat and raisin cookies. Great, good stuff. I hate everyone who slags those off. It doesn't even make sense because they taste incredible. So I do have raisins in those. Raisins are good, although it's grape. So you know, jackfruit. Can't say I've had it. Mangosteen. What the fuck? Why are you putting all these crazy things? Just give me a list of things to try though. What the hell is mangosteen? What the hell is rambutan? That looks wild. What the fuck? That looks like what I thought. Or it looks like durian, maybe? Or like what I thought something else was? Am I crazy? Yeah, a little bit. Or lychee? Where's lychee? Where did I put lychee? No, that's lychee. Rambutan. Crazy. Sour cherry? I think that's just like the dark red cherries, right? Yeah, they're good. I hate that there's like 3 things that just have one putting it onto a new line. White currant, you're just making stuff up now. There you go. There's the fruit tier list. Thank you for watching. I'll leave a link in the description to the raw tier maker if you want to do it for yourself. Feel free to let me know what you chose. I'm probably not going to look. But you can tell me anyway if you want. It's just, you know, it's a tier list, you get it. There you go. I'm surprised there was only 4 S's. Usually I like end up like overfilling the top layer. Maybe I'm just learning, because this is like not a bell curve at all. You know what though? It kind of is. I've got 4 in S, 4 in D, and then the same amount in all the middle ones. That's kind of a bell curve. Ladies and gentlemen. He's done it again. There you go. Red apple, red grapes, pear, watermelon, the S tier fruits, everything else. Well, actually, you know, some are very good. You know, the A tiers are very good. There's some good fruits in here. Passion fruit, peach, persimmon, lychee, blueberry. There's some good stuff in here. Grapefruit, we'll talk about that another time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Sorry I've had no face on this one. It was just so dark. Like, you just couldn't see like anything. So I didn't do it. There you go. I don't know what you guys are looking at right now. I appreciate you though. And I'll see you for the next video. Later, guys. Bonk.